In this modern world, each day we awake with empty mind. But our day always ends with lots of questions and stuffs. And we are humans. We can also be called the most curious animal with well-developed brain who always want answer of their questions and problems. So to find out the solution of these queries and lots of information about each and every curiosity of our mind and life, we have websites. We all are familiar with the word website, as this is one of our daily work to go to our browser and search anything we want to know or learn. Whereas in these days with full of tech geeks, the demand of tech websites are high, and mostly for consuming our time, we does not take much looks in finding best of the best website, as we don't know most of the times which is best or which is not.
So here again, welcome to our very own channel, Boba Stories.
And today we are going to not discuss about what is website, how it works, what's it for, and so on. But today we will dive on the best 10 tech website for the tech geeks according to 2021. So stay tuned till the end of this video to know the best. Starting from our number 10 from the best 10, and that is Wired. I'm pretty sure you have heard about Wired. If you haven't, you need to check out this cool tech website right away. From the tech news to how tech impacts our day-to-day lives, Wired has got covered with everything you need to know in the world of technology. Apart from technology, Wired covers a variety of topics like business, science, gear, security, transportation, and more. Their website is well organized and easy to read too. Number 9. PYMNTS.com. PYMNTS.com is a recognized global leader for data, news, and insights on innovation in payments and the platform powering the connected economy. Founded in 2009, PYMNTS is a source that decision makers turn to when seeking a balanced, curated, and informative point of view on the role of payments, connected devices, and the new tech in transforming how people and business pay, get paid, and monetize their interactions. PYMNTS uses prosperity research, data analysis, and executive insights to create content. That content helps start conversation with readers, between colleagues, their partners, and among executive teams, as well as on social channels about how innovations in payments are shaping the future of our connected world and how it impacts business decisions. Since day one, PYMNTS guiding principle has been about what's next. We use a set of proven framework based on cutting-edge economics to determine how innovation incites the scale in dynamic market, enabling us to identify and analyze relevant trends well before they become mainstream. Today, what's next include an expanded focus on the connected economy. We examine the impact of new technology, data, and connected devices on the 10 pillars that drive global economic growth, how people live, work, shop, bank, eat, stay well, have fun, travel, stay connected, and live. And of course, how they pay and are paid. PYMNTS.com is a wholly owned subsidiary of What's Next Media and Analytic. We are diverse, highly efficient, remote-first team working on 4 continents with physical offices in Boston, Chicago, and Argentina. Communications professionals turns to Business Wire to optimize and issue press releases, photos, and multimedia to news organizations, journalists, trade publications, search engines, and individuals with full text hosting to websites, online services, and databases. A range of distribution options enables members to target by geography, industry, news theme, and audience demographics. Number 8, which is How to Geek, which always explain technology. Chris Hoffman is editor-in-chief of How to Geek. Since 2011, he has written over 2,000 articles that have been read nearly 1 billion times, and that's just here at How to Geek. With over a decade of writing experience in the field of technology, Chris' writing had appeared in a variety of publications, including print copies of the New York Times. Chris was also a columnist of PC World for several years, and his writing was the paper of PC World's print magazine. He once ran Mac use of email newsletters, which 40,000 subscribers receive each day. How to Geek is an online technology magazine and one of the top 500 websites in the United States. Since it was created more than a decade ago, in 2007, the site's 10,000 plus in-depth articles have been read over 1 billion times. More than 30 million people read our article every month. Our readers love How to Geek because of its unique voice. We are not a website for geeks, we are the geeks. We are the people you turn to when your computer isn't working right, you need to do something technical, or you want to understand the latest gadgets. We explain it all in simple, approachable terms. When providing instructions, we use a copious amount of screenshots that make technical processes easy to follow. How to Geek is for everyone. How to Geek has been recommended as expert resource by industry groups like Wi-Fi Alliance and newspapers like the New York Times. Organizations like the BBC and Wirecutter have directed their readers to us for our helpful tutorials. Technology news outlets like TechMeme, The Verge, Slate, Digital Trends, TechCrunch, and the John Kerber's Daring Fireball have linked to stories we have broken. We have been cited as a source in books like Team Human by Douglas Rushkoff, a media theory professor at the City University of the New York Queens College and the CNN contributor. How to Geek has been used as a resource for everything from university textbooks to late-night TV. Based in Virginia, How to Geek is an independent company that remains wholly owned by its founder, Lowell Headings and Eric Wang. Unlike many other websites, How to Geek has built without any outside investment or corporate ownership. It remains an independent organization today. Number 7. TheLifehacker.com. Lifehacker is a weblog about life hacks and software that launched on 31st January 2005. The site was originally launched by Gawker Media and is currently owned by Geo Media. The blog posts cover a wide range of topics including Microsoft Windows, Mac, Linux program, iOS and Android, as well as general life tips and tricks. The website is known for its fast-paced release schedule from its inception, with content being published every half hour all day long. The Lifehacker motto is tips, tricks and downloads for getting things done. Gina Trapani founded Lifehacker and was site's sole blogger until September 2005, when two associate editors joined her, Erica Seddon and D. Keith Robinson. Former contributing editors include the How to Geek and the Tamer Wendwing. Lifehacker launched in January 2005 with exclusive sponsorship by Sony. The highly publicized ad campaign was rumored to have cost $75,000 for 3 months. Since then, a variety of tech-oriented advertisers has appeared on the site. On January 16, 2009, Trapani resigned as Lifehacker's lead editor and Adam Pash assumed the position. On Feb 7, 2011, Lifehacker revealed a redesigned site with a cleaner layout. Then on April 15, 2013, Lifehacker redesigned their site again to match the other newly redesigned Gawker sites like Kotaku. On January 7, 2013, Adam Pash moved on from Lifehacker to a new startup, and Winston Gordon became the new editor-in-chief. On January 1, 2016, Winston Gordon parted ways with Lifehacker to another popular technology website, How to Geek, as the editor-in-chief replacing Lowell Headings. In his announcement, Gordon confirmed that Alan Henry would take over as interim editor pending interviewing processes. Alan Henry became the new editor-in-chief on February 1, 2016. On February 3, 2017, Alan Henry left his position at Lifehacker. He has since moved on to write for the New York Times. On February 28, 2017, Melissa Kirsch became the editor-in-chief. Alice Bradley was named editor-in-chief in June 2020 but left in March 2021. According to this letter from the editor in Lifehacker, Alan Henry will no longer be editor-in-chief at Lifehacker and has since joined the New York Times. Gizmodo Media announces Melissa Kirsch has his replacement in February 2017. Alice Bradley was named editor-in-chief in June 2020. Jordan Calhoun became the editor-in-chief in Number 6, The Computer World. Computer World is an ongoing decade-old professional publication which in 2014 went digital. Its audience is information technology and business technology professionals and is available via publication website and as a digital magazine. As a printed weekly during 1970s and 1980s, Computer World was a leading trade publication in the data processing industry. Indeed, based on circulation and revenue, it was one of the most successful trade publications in any industry. Later in the 1980s, it began to lose its dominant position. It is published in many countries around the world under the same or similar names. Each country's version of Computer World includes original content and is managed independently. The parent company of Computer World US is IDG Communications. The company IDG offers the brand Computer World in 47 countries worldwide. The name and frequency differ slightly though. When IDG established the Swedish edition in 1983, that is the title Computer World, was already registered in Sweden by another publisher. This is why Swedish edition is named Computer Sweden. A corresponding German publication is called Computer Watch. Instead, Computer World was distributed as a morning newspaper in tabloid format. in 51,000 copies with an estimated 120,000 readers. From 1999 to 2008, it was published 3 days a week, but since 2009, it was published only on Tuesdays and Fridays. The executive editor of Computer World in the US is Ken Mingus, who leads a small staff of editors, writers, and freelancers who cover a variety of enterprise IT topics. And now we have reached towards our top 5 ones, and the number 5 is TechSpot. TechSpot is an online computer technology publication created in 1998 by Julio Franco. TechSpot delivers information and analysis catered to computer devotee, gamers, and professionals in the IT sectors. Throughout its history, most of the site's writers and contributors have had formal IT degrees or backgrounds, but none has been journalists. Many of these writers have come to the site as readers and forum members, and then went on to become full-time paid contributors. Regular editorial content includes technology news, product reviews, software downloads, and buying guides. TechSpot also hosts a catalog of thousands of technology products which are reviewed by expert sites from across the web and assigned a Metascore. According to the third-party web analytic provider SimilarWeb, the site has over 10 million visits per month as of 2015. TechSpot started as a blog called Pure Renention, which reported news on the budding 3D accelerator technology based on the Renention Vetri chip, one of the first mainstream and consumer 3D graphics processing unit. Shortly after, the site was renamed 3D Spotlight in order to expand news coverage to the entire 3D industry, as delivered by the major player 3DFX and later Nvidia. In 2001, the site was renamed to TechSpot and expanded coverage to the entire technology industry. By that point, TechSpot was receiving around 1 million visitors each month. In February 2015, the forum underwent a major organization and design overhaul. The overhaul also added and consolidated numerous sub-forums and still is helping us with more ease. Number 4, which is Gizmodo. Gizmodo is a design, technology, science and science fiction website. It was originally launched as part of the Gawker Media Network run by Nick Denton and runs on the Kinja platform. Gizmodo also includes the sub-site IO9, which focuses on science fiction and futurism. Gizmodo is now part of Geo Media, owned by private equity firm Great Hill Partners. The blog launched in 2002 was originally edited by Peter Rogers, who was later recruited by Weblogs to launch a similar technology blog in Gap. Number 4, which is Gizmodo. Gizmodo is a design, technology, science and science fiction website. It was originally launched as part of the Gawker Media Network run by Nick Denton and runs on the Kinja platform. Gizmodo also includes a sub-site IO9, which focuses on science fiction and futurism. Gizmodo is now part of Geo Media, owned by private equity firm Great Hill Partners. The blog, launched in 2002, was originally edited by Peter Rogers, who was later recruited by Weblogs to launch their similar technology blog in Gadget. By mid-2004, Gizmodo and Gawker together were bringing in revenue of approximately $6,500 per month. In 2005, VNU and Gawker Media formed an alliance to republic Gizmodo across Europe, with VNU translating the content into French, German, Dutch, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese, and adding local European interest material. In 2006, Gizmodo Japan was launched by MediaJet, with additional Japanese contents. In April 2007, Allure Media launched Gizmodo Australia under license from Gawker Media and incorporating additional Australian content. In September 2008, Gizmodo Brazil was launched with Portuguese content. In 2015, the Gawker blog IO9 was merged into Gizmodo. The staff of IO9 continued with Gizmodo and continued to post articles on subjects covered by the website, including science fiction, fantasy, futurism, science, technology, and astronomy. Gizmodo was one of the 6 websites that was purchased by Univision Communications in their acquisition of Gawker Media in August 2016. Univision in turn sold Gizmodo and an array of sister websites to private equity firm Great Hill Partners in 2019. Until now, it's showing its consistency. Into our top 3, and the number 3 is TechRadar. TechRadar is an online publication that mainly focuses on technology to provide news and reviews. Here, you can trust that you get more information regarding different tech products out there and thereby manage to make a good decision before buying them. This online publication was launched in 2008. TechRadar is a short form of Technology Radar. It describes the current and future technology developments or trends. You will note the TechRadar is owned by Future PLC, which is the largest publisher in the United Kingdom. It provides state-of-the-art overviews regarding ICT and related applications that have been developed to be used by the makers. Within this online publication, you will see the trending page where you will find a list of trends that are relevant to the maker movement currently available on the radar. When reading about the trend, all the technologies that are associated with trends are normally shown on the radar with scores on different dimensions, and future development indicates with faded dots. You will see the platform page that allows you to navigate and search the available platforms within the radar. Here you can opt to look for specific technologies or platforms such as team collaboration, product commercialization, and so on. Lastly, the radar page usually has a visual presentation that is based on the categorization and dimension scores presented in the other two sections. The purpose of this page is mainly for research. However, you will be liberty to explore it. The good news is that this page is fully interactive and users here can group or filter by a category, certain dimensions, and so forth. Also, the user can add or more changes filters that way he or she pleases. If you are tech savvy, this site is there to make you a wonderful experience when looking for different tech products. TechRadar is owned by Future PLC, the 6th largest publisher in the United Kingdom. In Q4 2017, TechRadar entered in the top 100 of SimilarWeb's US media publications, ranking as the 93rd biggest media site in the United States. At number 2, the NextWeb. The other site on our list is the NextWeb, a site for technological news and tech conferences. If you are a big fan of tech conference, the NextWeb website is a perfect website for you. The TNW conference deals with technological festivals that brings together startups, different innovation ideas, among others. The TNW conference is what has made the publication to be so popular among the tech people. The conference is said to have grown from a group of 200 people to 20,000 people who attend the conference year after year. The TNW flagship event is an investor event that brings investors from around the globe. The investors will mostly come and take a look at the technological innovations or ideas and invest in them. Small startups can also benefit from this event. If you are a tech geek who has a promising venture, then this is the right event for you. The event looks to bring the right groups together. The NextWeb company was established in 2006 by co-founders Boris Velduzen, Van Zenten, and Patrick de Leeuw in Netherlands, and the technology news website of the same name was started in 2009. TNW's reporting has been sourced by Wired, Mashable, and Huffington Post, among others. On 5 March 2019, the Financial Times purchased a majority stake in TNW. On September 6, 2021, former CEO Boris stepped down and handed to the Mette van der Erve, who was the former CEO. According to Liv, it took 1 year for the nextweb.com to reach 1 lakh monthly visitors, and at June 2016, it was getting 8 million to 10 million monthly visitors. Last but not the least, we are at number 1 among all the 10 tech websites, and that is TechCrunch. The first site in our list is TechCrunch. It is considered one of the most popular tech websites on the internet today. The website ensures that it provides quality information about tech updates and news to its readers. TechCrunch includes information on the latest technology news and upcoming products too. The site is suspected to be so popular thanks to the over 50,000 contributors who are very active in improving the website. The website covers publications on tech innovation, funding updates, product launches, among other types of information. The most popular page on this website is a Crunchbase. The page talks about major tech companies and also startups. If you are interested in knowing more about a particular technology company, Crunchbase is the page you should visit. The page consists of the company profiles that talk about company's financial information, which includes even the funds that the company received. The profile will also consist of the company's headquarters and also the names of the founders. There are hundreds of tech companies highlighted by Crunchbase, all thanks to TechCrunch as a significant website. Also, if you are interested in viewing the tech events around the globe, then TechCrunch is the perfect website for you. The sites host tech events from time to time, which is also a way of educating people more on technology. The publication was founded by Archimedes Ventures in 2005. The founders at that time were two partners, namely Michel Arrington and Mr. Keith Tier. Later in 2010, AOL acquired the publication for $25 million. In 2008, TechCrunch started an award-winning platform known as Crunchies, where startups, technology, and internet innovations were awarded. Unfortunately, some controversies were surrounding Crunchies, and so in 2017, TechCrunch ended Crunchies. The TechCrunch France was folded into the main TechCrunch.com site in October 2012. In August 2020, CEO of TechCrunch, Ned Desmond, stepped down after 8 years in the company. He announced that he would join venture capital firm SOSV in December 2020 as senior operating partner. His former role at TechCrunch has been replaced by Matthew Panzani, former editor-in-chief, and Joy Henson, director of business operations. In May 2021, an announcement was made on a planned sale of TechCrunch's parent company to Apollo Global Management for $5 billion. The deal is expected to finalize the late 2021. Here ends our list of top websites, but bear with us, something is still left. Since the first cell phone, we have been able to make calls while on the go. But given the fact that almost everyone today owns at least a basic mobile phone and the majority have their phone on hand at all times, we are able to get in touch with people in nearly 24/7. Add to this the cell phone towers constantly popping up to give us ever-improving reception, and even being in a building or outside of the city isn't the problem it used to be. This comes in handy in so many ways. Let your boss know about last-second changes to an important business deal, keep tabs on your kids, hit a friend for an impromptu hangout, or even call for help in the emergency. All these things and more are easier than ever. It doesn't take much of an imagination to come up with tons of advantages of having the internet of your fingertips and in any time needed. Want to find out on the local movie times? No problem. Need to look up the number of the restaurants you were supposed to make reservation at? Just pull out our phone, and smartphone has been effectively solving friendly arguments about random trivia for years. Learn to take advantage of everyone's constant connection to the internet with this amazing course on mobile marketing. It's tough to fit an MP3 player, digital camera, phone, and GPS all in your pockets at the same time, at least comfortably. Fortunately for you, today's cell phones means that not a problem anymore. It's been our go-to calculator and flashlight for at least the past decade, and a smartphone is probably the only camera many people even own. To learn to create professional quality shots with your phone's camera, give this awesome course a try. If that weren't enough, there are apps for practically everything. Now your phone is also an ebook reader, currency converter, and handheld gaming device. There are even apps that help you learn foreign languages on the go. Check out this helpful course that tells you all about the best apps for and study. Our phones can do so much these days that some people have trouble tearing themselves away long enough to reconnect with the real world. You have likely seen them around town, on public transportation, and in stores with their eyes and fingers glued in their mobile device. Instead of interacting with the people around them, they ignore face-to-face conversation for virtual ones. Many believe that your younger generation is actually less capable of normal socializing because of this. They have gotten so little practice, they are simply not comfortable with chatting with someone they meet in public. Since humans are social creatures by nature who need real life connection, and this runs the risk of becoming a huge problem for society. That's not the only way to inattention their surrounding caused by cell phones creates problem. It can actually cost lives when drivers focus on texting or social media, lost control of their vehicle and have major accident. Is letting your friend know you are on the way really worth dying over? And it's not safe to do while you are walking either. For one, people have stepped into overcoming traffic while starting at the screen of their phone. Less seriously, you can fall down stairs, trip over something on the ground, or bump into a wall or another pedestrian while you observe with the what's happening on Facebook. Now let's talk about the history of websites. From where did it all begin? Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist, invented the World Wide Web in 1989 while working in CERN. The web was originally conceived and developed to meet the demand for automated information sharing between scientists in universities and institutes around the world. CERN is not an isolated laboratory, but rather the focal point for an extensive community that includes more than 17,000 scientists from over 100 countries. Although they typically spend some time on CERN site, the scientists usually work at the university and national laboratory in their home countries. Reliable communication tools are therefore essential. The basic idea of the WWW was to merge the evolving technology of computers, data networks, hypertext into powerful and easy to use global information system. Tim Berners-Lee wrote the first proposal for the World Wide Web in March 1989 and his second proposal in May 1990. Together with Belgian system engineer Robert Callio, this was the formalist as a management proposal. In November 1990, this outlined the principal concept and it defined important terms behind the web. The document described the hypertext project called World Wide Web, in which web of hypertext documents could be viewed by browsers. By the end of 1990, Tim Berners-Lee had the first web server and browser up and running at CERN, demonstrating his ideas. He developed the code for his web server on a Next computer. To prevent it being accidentally switched off, the computer had a handwritten label in red ink. The machine is a server. Do not power it down. The WWW design allowed easy access to existing information and an early web page linked to information useful in CERN scientists. A search faculty relied on keyboards. There were no search engines in the early years. Berners-Lee's original web browser running on Next computers showed his vision and had many of the features of current web browsers. In addition, it included ability to modify pages from directly inside the browser, the first web editing capability. This screenshot shows the browser running on a Next computer in 1993. Only a few users had access to a Next computer platform on which the first browser can run, but development soon started on a simpler line mode browser, which could not run on any system. It was written by Nicola Pillow, doing her student work replacement in CERN. In 1991, Berners-Lee released his WWW software. It included a line mode browser, web server software, and a library of developers. In March 1991, the software became available to colleagues using CERN computers. A few months later, in August 1991, he announced the WWW software on internet newsgroups, and interest in the project spread around the world. Thanks to the effort of Paul Kunz and Louis Addis, the first web server in the US came online in December 1991. Once again in a particle physics laboratory, the Stanford Linear Accelerator Center in California. At this stage, there were essentially only two kinds of browser. One was the original development version, which was sophisticated but available only in Next machines. The other was the line mode browser, which was easy to install and run on any platform but limited power and user friendliness. It was clear that the small team at CERN could not do all the work needed to develop the system further. So Berners-Lee launched a plea via the internet for other developers to join in. Several individuals wrote browsers, mostly for the X Windows system. Notable among these were MIDS by Tony Johnson from Slack, Viola by PV from the technical publisher O'Reilly Books, and Erwise by Finnish student from Helsinki University of Technology. Early in 1993, the National Center for Supercomputing Applications at the University of Illinois released a first version of its Mosaic browser. This software ran in an X Windows system environment popular in research community and offered friendly window-based interaction. Shortly afterwards, the NCSA released a version also for the PC and Macintosh environments. The existence of reliable user-friendly browser on this popular computer had an immediate impact on the spread of WWW. The European Commission approved its first web project at the end of the same year, with CERN as one of the partners. On 30 April 1993, CERN made the source code of World Wide Web available on a royalty-free basis, making it free software by late 1993. There were 500 known web servers, and the WWW accounted for 1% of internet traffic, which seems a lot in those days. In 1994 was the Year of Web, initiated by Robert Callion. The first International World Wide Web Conference was held at CERN in May. It was attended by 380 users and developers and was hailed as a Woodstock of the web. So with this, here comes the end of this video. Hope you all guys will love it and will find it very informative. Make sure to like and share the video and subscribe our channel for more such interesting content. Thanks for watching.